can't say. Top secret. If it's a top secret, why are you shouting, babe? Top secret, everyone. I have a top secret. Joey. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's doing okay and everyone is doing well. Another day, another Love Island review. Guys, I'll be very honest. Firstly, number one is if I start sweating in this review, please, I beg, there's no fan in front of me and I'm hot. Okay. It was 28 degrees today in London. I think tomorrow's 30 or something. I don't even know, but guys, I'm actually hot. So please just, yeah, if I start looking a bit, yeah, don't worry about it. Also, number two, that was a very interesting episode. I think this review is going to be quite long, but also a bit detailed, but also a bit confusing. Obviously, I'll try and straighten the lines out, you know what I do. But just because there was so much that happened, especially in the challenge, but we're gonna get through with it, you know the vibes. So, as I usually and always say, number one, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and definitely join the family. We are on the road to 20. We're almost at 29k, guys, which means we're almost at 30k. So yeah, definitely be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Also, I found out today that the finale for this season's Love Island is actually going to be July the 29th. So that is literally in what? 11-12 days. So yeah, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and join the family, and also be sure to follow me on my Instagram and also my Twitter at SNITCHES. Number three, please get cozy and comfy with a lovely drink. Today I'm actually drinking a Chapman. It's almost finished, but I'm drinking it. And yeah, let's get into today's review. So let's start off with Lolly. So Lola Day 2.0 ended up choosing Ruben. Now it just made me wonder, generally speaking, there wasn't any need for the suspense and, you know, the leaving us hanging yesterday and the cliffhanger. It was very unnecessary because I feel like that should have only been that would have only made sense if she had picked Joey, in my personal opinion, but she ended up picking Ruben. At the same time, Jess was just like, oh my gosh, I was so scared. I'm shocked. I thought she was going to pick you. And Joey was like, you should have trusted me. Joey, you wait there. Joey, wait there, because the singlet I'm about to rip today, guys, is it even going on eBay? The singlet I'm about to rip for that Joey Essex guy today. All right then. But anyway, we know that next they ended up having a conversation, and then Joey was just like, oh, at the end of the day, like, you should have trusted me. Like, obviously, you definitely should have trusted me. And then Jessie was like, yeah, but obviously, with the conversation that I had with Lolly, or not, sorry, Lolly, Lola, the conversation I had with Lola, I just honestly thought she was going to pick you. Like, I just genuinely thought that she was just going to pick you because you didn't make things clear. You know, and he was just like, bro, you should have trusted me. I told you, I'm clear with you. And number one, I generally feel like maybe, I don't know if this is Joey Essex, I don't know if this is his real character, or maybe he just lies a lot, but I definitely get the vibe that he talks and he lies so much that he doesn't know the truth from the lies, because never in any episode since Lola Day 2.0 has arrived has Joey ever said he's completely closed off and he wants Jessie. If anything, in their conversations, he was constantly saying, oh my gosh, you think you can turn my head, innit? Like, you're definitely an attractive girl. So I don't understand why Joey was lying, to be honest. But I'll be honest with you, I'm tired of Joey Essex, and I'm also tired of Jessie. Joey Essex constantly speaking and yapping away. Jessie, she gives me boring vibes. I get she's really chilled and everything, but I don't get much from her. So I know his producers and managers are probably working overtime, but I'm actually okay for them to go. Now, next up was Grace and Harry going for a chat about his speech and the recoupling. I'm still very much under the I'm still very much under the impression that Grace is not interested in anyone who does not have a shade or drop of melanin in them. And I stand by that, guys. I so stand by that. Now let's move on to Ruben and 2.0 having a conversation. And I already said this in my last review, guys, but her lashes, I know they're fresh. She literally just left her lash tech's house. I know that for a fact. But, you know, you need to learn and know the lash for your eye. She'll get. So, like, don't get me wrong, like, you know, the girlies love a good eyelash. You know, me too, I love a cheeky little strip. But the eyelashes are really thick and also really dense. And they even look heavy on their eyes, that we low-key can't even see her eyes as well. So I just wish she went a bit more lighter, maybe a bit of a wispy, do you know what I mean, like a demi-wispy type of style. But anyway, each of their own. Anyway, they were having a conversation and she was saying, yeah, everyone expected me to pick Joey, but I feel like our conversation was better. Now let's move on to Josh now pulling Nicole for a chat about the arrogant comment that she made during the challenge that took place just the day before, or earlier in the day, shall I say. And he said obviously he picked them based on his own interpretation, and lo and behold, of course, Nicole started crying. Please, I don't want you to think I'm sounding really like rude and heartless here, because I really ain't, okay? But I'm just saying, like, Nicole cries quite a lot. Not necessarily saying that, you know, you should monitor how many times you cry. It's not that deep, but why were you crying? It's like, Are you feeling triggers? Like, why are you... He had to pick someone at the end of the day, and Josh did make it clear. Maybe I don't know you and Kieran that much, but if anything, see this as a compliment. If I think you're arrogant and I think he's arrogant, then clearly you guys are quite compatible. Anyway, they ended up hugging it out and moving on, but I do feel like Nicole's tears there were quite unnecessary. Now, moving on to Kieran and Ion are having a conversation also about some of the comments that Ion made during the challenge as well. And he pretty much said that I was like, well, no, listen to me, bro. Obviously, I know I've got love for you. You know I've got love for Nicole, but when I heard the question, in my head, I basically was like, instead of who's playing the game, it's like who loves this experience so much, yeah, that they want to stay in this experience. I was just thinking. Anyway, they ended up hashing it out because, you know, they're bros or whatever. But I'll be honest with you, if I was ever on Love Island, if I was ever in any challenge, I say this all the time, I'm I said what I said type of person. You can't try and guilt trip me into changing my answer. If they asked for a name and I gave a name, I say the name and we move on. It's literally a game and we let it go. So I think when people start getting upset and, oh, why would you call me that? It's my interpretation. That's what I see, that's what I think, and that's what I know. So take it or leave it, but I said what I said. I feel like I'm kind of like that when it comes to my reviews. Unless the times when you guys finish you're trying to tear my singlet, and I keep telling you my singlet is unterrible unless I tear it myself, because I do be ripping my singlet sometimes too. Anyway, let's move on to the following morning. So a few chats were taking place, but we'll get into the main villa chats because it was kind of like the early morning chats, and just, yeah, we don't need to get too detailed. Plus, I don't know how long this review is going to be because we have a lot to discuss, especially in regards to the game. So Joey said that he wanted to clear things up with, I said op. Gosh, what's going on? Joey said he wanted to clear things up with Loladay whilst he was talking. And I was a bit confused because you're only clearing things up because Jessie has been upset. But even when Jessie told you to clear things up, number one, you didn't. And number two, you were definitely trying to egg Loladay on into thinking, oh yeah, Joey's interested in me, oh, because he didn't close things off. And I also said it in my review that I posted earlier today anyway. Joey's 33 and Loladay is 22. It's given serious Aguaya, and I'm literally going to stand on that. I'm sorry. Anyway, Grace asks Jess if Ruben and Lola kissed in bed. And firstly, also as well, side note, I don't know if we've missed an episode, but from this episode, especially with these small chats that were going on, obviously Jessie was like, no, I like it different. And then she was just like, yeah, like, I don't know why she chose him. She even told me that, you know, a guy like him isn't her type. Like, obviously, like, her type are usually people like Harry, and obviously Harry and Ruben look completely different. Now, whilst Ruben was also making a coffee, I think he was making a coffee for Grace, the guys were talking to him in the kitchen, and he was just like, oh yeah, like, obviously, like, me and Grace, like, we've been good, our feelings are there. And I'm just wondering, have we missed an episode? Because as far as I'm concerned, Grace hasn't been into Ruben, and she's made that very clear and very well known. So now that she's asking people, do you think they kissed in bed? And then Ruben's saying, oh, it's making me wonder, are we, we only see 1 hour of their full day anyway, but the producers need to do better with that because it makes us confused, if that makes sense. The storylines need to make sense because you can't present us with a new storyline when we haven't even seen the storyline in the past. Do you get what I mean? I should really be a director sometimes. Anyway. Moving on. Harry and Grace were speaking about her eye colour. Oh, to be Oyinbo. Okay. He was like, your eyes are blue. She was like, no, they're green. And he's like, no, they're blue. And she's like, no, they're greeny blue. Guys, what? Yeah. Oh, to be Oyinbo indeed. Okay. And last but not least, Joey and Loladay were not having a conversation. And she said that, honestly speaking, she didn't get the impression that he was closed off. And he was like, yeah, because we aren't. So I get it, you do like Jessie a lot, but you never gave the, like, everyone knows what when you hear someone is closed off, the way they say it, the way they speak, their tone, the action, we know, okay? Even till now, Joey isn't given the impression that, no, I'm closed off with Jessie, Jessie's the one I want to get to know, I'm exclusive with her, I'm da-da-da-da, I'm da-da-da-da. So I do think even if Loladay 2.0 was to pick Joey, she would be in her right to do so. And if anything, Jessie shouldn't be annoyed with Loladay 2.0. She should be annoyed with her man. Now, you guys know they ended up getting a text that today was going to be the couples goals challenge. And guys, this game and challenge was so messy. But we're going to get into it. We're going to try and get into it because it was so messy. So many people were talking for every question. So I tried to take as many notes as I could. But you guys know I also take notes and then I also tweet, and then it's a bit much, but let's get into it. So of course, the first question, okay, first question wasn't anything too special. It was, which couple would you want to double date with on the outside? The second question was, which couple are the most argumentative? Now, Nicole and Kieran did get the most votes. I'm actually not surprised there. Sean and Matilda voted for Jess and Ayo, and Jess said, nah, Jess was on. Can I say something in the challenge? Jess, Ayo, Mimii, and Josh, I love the way they were flogging Sean. I liked it. The way they were flogging that guy was oh so necessary. So obviously Jess was like, no, I'm not having it. That's just a cop out. Majority of our arguments have been because of you. And he's like, nah, they haven't been because of me. I've just brought light to the situation. You're bringing light to a dead situation and you're wondering and acting surprised, if anything. You're acting surprised and you're wondering, oh, why is this causing an argument? Because you keep speaking about it. And it's not even like this just happened once throughout the challenge. It happened, I mean, it's not like this happened once at the start of the challenge. It happened throughout the challenge because Sean doesn't know how to keep his sweet nose in his own mouth and situation with Matilda. Every single day, every single opportunity, every single time. Oh, but Mimii and Josh, but Mimii, you told me, oh, come off it. Just relax, okay? I don't know. I feel like Sean becoming, I'm actually sweating. I feel like I can feel it. But I feel like Sean, I need to get those silent bands. Anyway, sorry, I digress. I feel like Sean's downfall low-key needs to be studied. Just in terms of him becoming so unlikable as the season has gone on. Like, he started off with this really sweet guy, and oh my gosh, he's so sweet. And then as the episodes have gone on and Castle and more and everything, it's just, yeah, do you know what I mean? It's just, yeah, very much. Of course, moving on to the next question, which was the couples that don't give the most chemistry. Now, Ruben and Lola voted for Grace and Harry and said that they stand there like lampposts. That was actually quite rude, but also quite funny. But then Grace was like, what do you want? Just because his hand isn't around my waist, just like you and da-da-da-da-da, doesn't mean that we don't have chemistry or we don't da-da-da-da. And then she even asked Ruben, like, oh, what, do you want to see me being affectionate? And Ruben was like, no. Then she was like, so effing shut it. And I'll be honest with you guys, I know Grace is a very pretty girl. I say this all the time. She gives me very much mean girl energy. Like, maybe because I don't swear. I'm not a swearer. I said not really. I don't swear at all. It's just not my vibe. But when people swear unprovoked, vocabulary pause, let's get that together. But also number two as well, it was very unnecessary. And I know Keith feels like she's a very beautiful girl, but her attitude, I feel like her attitude stinks. I'll be honest with you. And I feel like I've been seeing that more as the episodes have been going on. Let me know if you agree, disagree down below, but I definitely feel like I've been feeling that. Anyway, Ayo and Jess chose Matilda and Sean, and then Sean instantly was just like, oh, but at the end of the day, but Mimii still had feelings. Sean, it's okay, like, stop. When he mentioned Mimii again, I said, you know what? It's given obsessed, it's given fan love now. You actually need to stop. Then even Josh was like, find some new news, man. Josh was like, it's over, dead. And I was like, yeah, bro, like, dead it. Sean was like, no, at the end of the day, I just don't feel like, you know, at the end of the day, you still have feelings, things were unspoken. Why do you care so much about a couple that you're not in, Sean? Why? Jess was flogging him, Ayo was flogging him, Mimii was flogging him, Josh was, I'm so glad. Even when Mimii jumped in like, please Sean, like it wasn't that, he was like, but you were with me around the frying pit, oh Mimii, come off it. No, you come off it, because you seem to be on me so bad. So Sean, honestly, close it up, okay? Because even Ayo was like, it's always his voice. Yeah, it is. It really is. And then Matilda jumped in as well. And she was like, okay, we're just going to leave it. We're just not going to speak about it anymore. Okay, we're done. Why are you telling me that? You need to be telling that to your man. Like, I know she was trying to support doing up Bonnie and Clyde, but you need to be saying that to the man that's standing right next to you, because we don't bring up the situation other than when Sean wants to butt his nose into it. So very annoying, guys. I won't lie. Very annoying, and you need to pattern your man. Now, the next question was, who do you think is the most smug couple? So Ruben said that Josh and Jessie. Wait, Ruben said, oh yeah, Ruben said Josh and Jessie, how Josh obviously, wait, what, Sarah? Hold on a second. Ruben said Josh, oh yeah, that's it. Sorry. Not Ruben, sorry. It was Josh that said Joey and Jessie. Yeah, that's what it was. Josh said Joey and Jessie, and no, it wasn't, guys. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm actually so sorry. I don't know why I'm acting like this. It's the heat. Okay. Ruben said, yes. So Ruben said Joey and Jessie because he embarrasses her and he will never embarrass his woman like that. Nicole and Kieran, they received 3 votes. Josh and Mimii chose Sean and Matilda, and Sean was like, oh, you wish you was in our position. And then Josh was just like, well, that's my opinion. Do you get what I mean? And then Jess jumped in and was just like, you guys kind of are, Jessica was actually making me laugh in today's video, but Jessica was just like, you guys kind of are in that position. So yeah, because Sean and Matilda, I don't know why they be acting like this or recent, but I need them to go. I'll be honest with you. I feel like I need them to go. I need Joey and Jessie to go as well. But it's the same, because I definitely see them making it to the finals just because their people are going to push them. Anyway, next question was, which couple do you think is the least honest with their feelings? And of course, Mimii and Josh got the most votes. The convo now went a bit left, I won't lie, because Sean was jumping in, Joey was jumping in, Kieran, like everyone was just talking, and Josh was just like, oh, he kind of feels like that low-key is a cop-out, kind of, because the situation is basically done. And then instantly, I think Sean asked, was just like, oh, but you said that your type was Grace. And then Josh literally said, I'm here to make this clear right now, yeah? I do not like Grace. And even if I did like her in the beginning, I felt like I have a better, stronger connection with Mimii. And that's why I'm with Mimii. I want to make that very clear that I don't like Grace on that level. Obviously, Grace isn't going to speak because she definitely still likes Josh on that level. But it's just the way Josh actually said, quang, quang, quang. Like, he silenced, what is that? The spider, I need to kill that. He silenced the entire villa, guys, to let it be made known, mark it in your diary, mark this date, and my boys, I do not want to get to know Grace. I mean, I felt like that was funny, not because, you know, I want him to make fun of Grace, but it's just the way he deaded that situation, because I feel like in my mind, if Grace had an opportunity, she is pulling Josh for several chats around the villa, but she can't now because he's made it very clear that he's not interested and he wants to stay with Mimii. Which I love for them. Join me to the vibes, okay? Join me to the finals. Okay, moving on to Ruben and Lola. They also got the most votes, but they were saying they feel like it's a cop-out because they are a new couple. But yeah. Next question was, which couple do you think are the biggest game players? And a lot of people voted for Joey and Jesse. I am actually not surprised. Guys, I was screaming because Josh, what did Josh say again? I think Josh said, yeah, we voted for you because we think you're an antagonist. And then he was like, Mimii paused in him, I was just like, babe, it's antagonist, babe. He was like, yes. And I said antagonist. I just said, they're so, wow, oh, they're cute. I really like Mimii and Josh together. And that's why I never wanted her to recouple up with Ayo again. Like, literally, dead that chapter, close it. He don't deserve you. He really doesn't deserve you. Now, let's move on to, oh, Sean and Matilda also voted for Josh and Mimii, and he was like, oh, he feels like, you know, Josh is playing it safe by being with Mimii, whatever that means. And then Josh was just like, if I was playing it safe, I would have been with Grace. And once again, Grace couldn't say anything because she still wants Josh. She still wants Josh. All right, now let's move on to the last question, which was, which couple would turn their heads? So Joey instantly now went to Jesse and was, and I already said this, guys, in the review that I done when, you know, Mimii was on her knees, okay, in the terrace. In fact, let me even bring that up because I'm actually trying to still erase that from my mind. But I did already mention this in that review, that telling Joey, of all people, I don't care how close you got, is the rookiest of the rookiest of the rookie of the rookie mistake. Joey is a town cry, whether you like it or not. And at any given opportunity, if Joey has gist, he's the type of person that when they give them information, they're just shaking, just waiting for someone to touch them before they just speak about the whole situation. So obviously, Joey now turns to Jesse and he's just like, oh, obviously, like, I have something, I know something, but obviously, I can't really say it's about a couple. And Jesse's just like, what is it? He's just like, I can't tell you. Top secret, top secret. Instantly, I knew he's talking about the whole Mimii situation. And I just thought, what a chatty patty. What an absolute chatty patty. And guys, I know ageism and stuff isn't a vibe on this channel. We don't be doing that. We love everyone from age 0 to age 1000, okay? And even 1000 plus, okay? We love people of all ages here. But for me, for a 33-year-old, Joey is acting like an Agbaya. And I've been saying that of recent. He's acting very childish. He's acting like a little boy in a man's body who can't hold water in his mouth for more than 5 seconds. Like, I don't understand why he felt like that time and that place was the best time to raise up the fact that Mimii confided in him regarding something very private, and you want to now blare it out to the whole villa. So obviously Joey now said, obviously there's been a few situations that I've been involved in, but obviously I can't speak about it. Secret mission. Secret mission. Mimii instantly knew exactly what he was talking about, and she jumped in, and I'm glad that she partially aired her dirty laundry before he was able to, but she was just like, Joey, like, no, and he was just like, yeah, top MI5. So obviously Josh instantly was just like to Mimii, like, bro, like, you didn't tell me. And then Mimii was just like, no, like, Joey, it is really not that. And Joey was just like, and everyone's asking Joey, like, what is it? Tell me. He's like, I can't say. Top secret. If it's a top secret, why are you shouting, babe? Top secret, everyone. I have a top secret. Joey, you are 33 years old. Pull it together, okay? Pull it together, because it's actually embarrassing. I'm sorry, it's not cute, it's not funny. People are like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. It's not, I don't find it funny. Let me know if you did down below, but it's just, it's given weird. I'll be honest with you, it's given very strange. Obviously, we'll get into that later because another conversation happens then. Harry and Grace voted for Jesse and Joey, anything else? Oh, Matilda and Sean voted for Grace and Harry because Harry isn't her type. Harry was like, oh, it's only been 24 hours, love. And oh, guys, I forgot. There was one of the questions. I forgot the question it was, but Joey and Grace got into it again. You know, because Joey stay having Grace in his mouth, and Grace is just like, bro, like, I'm over it. I'm over it. Stop bringing me up. I said I'm done with the situation, but every opportunity Joey has, once again, he's bringing up Grace because he still believes in his mind that Grace is going to go down on one knee tomorrow and propose to him because he is 100% her type. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So obviously Harry was just like, it's only been 24 hours. And then Matilda was like, oh, trust me, you can tell. Babe, I told you, Grace is not into anyone that doesn't have a drop of melanin in them. Okay? So now, nighttime, the tension was definitely tensioning. Whilst the girls were getting ready, whilst the guys were getting ready, a lot to discuss, but we'll get into that because of course you know that there ended up being quite a few villa chats around the villa as well. So Mimii of course went to go and speak to Joey about the whole secret mission thing, and then Joey instantly was just like, no, honestly, like I thought it was a secret mission, like obviously you were sitting on the terrace, you were even sitting there seductively, and Mimii was just like, no, like honestly, yeah, I wanted to speak to him in private, but it wasn't because I wanted to kiss him or anything. I literally just wanted to clear the air, and you knew that we had another conversation after in which the air was clear, like you didn't need to do that. And she was like, nah, that's the vibe that I got, like if you told me. And then even Mimii was like, did I tell you it was a secret mission? And he was just like, did you? Nah, I think you did. No, you didn't. Yeah, because your lies in your head are just, everything is mixing up. Now you're just creating scenarios and fantasies. Okay? All in your head and projecting that to other people. And the truth of the matter is, you know, people are like, oh, they ended up, you know, hashing it out. He asked for forgiveness because he really likes Mimii, blah, 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 whatever. But some people on Twitter were like, oh, at the end of the day, Mimi's not being honest. Of course, no, it did. Guys, wake up. Quickly, let's wake up. At the end of the day, yeah, Mimii shouldn't have told Joey, but she told him because she confided in him. Whether you like Joey Essex or not, you can't deny that what he done was wrong. If he cared so much about Mimii, and Mimii mentioned this in her chat as well, she said, if you cared so much about me, you would have pulled me to the side to have a conversation with me. That's not the time or place where you out me. That's just the reality. If you care about me and my feelings so much, it's not during a challenge that you partially out me, but then don't out me, and then start telling there's a secret, and then there's not a secret, and that because it's not that. I need your help to do something. I told you not to tell anyone, and you went with your loud microphone to quiet to every single person watching Love Island. Like, come on. Anyway, they ended up hugging it out, and obviously he asked for forgiveness and they became friends. Now, moving on to Harry and Grace, they were also speaking about the whole like Ruben situation and Joey, and how like Grace was like, I'm not happy with that. And then Harry was just like, yeah, like even like Matilda saying this and saying that. The truth of the matter is like, at the end of the day, it is what it is, okay? I think Harry possibly will stick with Grace because she's not clearly not going back to Ruben now. She called him an effing idiot, and she's definitely not going back to Joey, and Josh doesn't want her. So she's going to have to stick it out with Harry. Do I see them making it to the finals? No, but she's there, so yeah. Next, moving on to Iona speaking to Jesse about the whole situation as well. He was trying to break it down. She was really pissed, and I do understand why she was. At the end of the day, yeah, nothing may have happened because you didn't actually go to the terrace. I would expect you to tell me something at least was about to happen. And I kind of feel like for Jesse, or Jessica shall I say, she feels like it's constant cycles with Io where he doesn't say stuff that she needs to know. And this isn't the first time that we've seen her quite irritated and pissed off with him. So it's definitely something that they're going to need to work on in and outside of the villa, because Io definitely doesn't give me the vibe of someone he's already not a great communicator. So if he actually can't even communicate with a one-to-one conversation, how on earth do you expect him to communicate with other things that he feels like he shouldn't know, even though you're together? So good luck for them in figuring that out, but I definitely do understand why Jessica was annoyed. And yeah, I was never team Io on that side or ever anyway, so I was definitely team Jessica for that. Next, moving on to Josh and Mimii now having a conversation. One thing I will say is, chef's kiss, they do look really good together. Of course, she now spilled the tea because Josh was just like, you know, what was that about? And she was just like, yeah, at the end of the day, I did want to take Io to the terrace. Instantly, Josh eyes went like this. She was like, I did want to take Josh to the terrace, and I mean Io to the terrace and everything, but honestly it was just to hash things out. I just don't appreciate the way that Joey was, you know, making it seem like it was a big thing when it wasn't, blah blah blah, whatever. But she was saying obviously her intentions were very clear, and she just didn't feel the need to speak about it because her and Io also had another conversation where everyone saw them talking on the daybed. So people were saying that they feel like Mimii downplayed the situation. To be honest, it's in the past now and the door is closed. It's been closed. The situation is done. But I feel like she said exactly what she needed to say. I don't get why people would have wanted her to, oh yeah, I was on the terrace and I was on all fours and I was on this and I was at like, do you get what I mean? Now, if the information does come out after, that's for them to deal with. But honestly, it's water under the bridge now. It's water under the bridge. Water under the bridge. Water under the bridge is old news, and we don't need to speak about it anymore. Now, last but not least, Josh now ended up pulling Joey for a chat, and he was just like, listen, bro, like, can I chat to you? He's like, what now? He's like, yeah, bro, like, come on. So they go for a chat, and literally Josh is just like, you know, at the end of the day, you know, what was going on with the challenge? And Joey was just like, oh, has Mimii spoken to you? And he was just like, yeah, but obviously, like, I'm trying to talk to you, like, man to man, boy to boy, like, you know, from your perspective. He's just like, nah, bro, I can't tell ya. And he's just like, Josh is just like, bro, why can't you tell me? Like, and he's just like, listen, honestly, it's between you and your girl. Like, I've been told it's a secret, and it just made me wonder, you went to do kwan kwan kwan, but now people are asking you for the information on kwan kwan kwan, and now you're signing like a church mouse. Does that even make any sense? But Joe was just like, nah, bro, I can't tell you. Like, and then Josh was just like, bro, come on. And Joe was just like, you want me to tell you, like, until you confirm to me what Mimii told you, I can't tell you anything because my loyalty is to Mimii. And Josh is just like, your loyalty isn't to Mimii, because if your loyalty was to her, you wouldn't have outed her like that in the challenge. He's just like, bro, I can't tell you what I don't know that you don't know because of what I know. That's how Joey was talking. And in all honesty, there was a time when Joey and I remember Grace had an argument, and there's one thing that she said that I remember till this day, where she said, it's like talking to a fish, okay? Joey waffles so much that by the time you have arguments with him, you start waffling just like him. And in all honesty, it just isn't worth it. It really, really and truly isn't worth it. Josh obviously started getting annoyed. Joey obviously now started getting annoyed. They both obviously started getting annoyed, and also started getting heated with one another. And then Joey was like, oh, at the end of the day, I didn't draw her out. And then Josh was like, yes, you do. And then Joey was just like how you drew me out in the game as well. Like, guys, everything that I've said about Joey still stands. Honestly speaking, at the age of 33, I think this behavior is a bit, we need to have a conversation, and we need to sit down. Let me know how you found today's episode in the comments. As always, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and join the family. And also be sure to follow me on my Instagram and also on my Twitter. But other than that, guys, happy Friday, Junior. Tomorrow is the last day of the week, thank God. And yeah, I'm actually going to a wedding tomorrow, so I'm really excited. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please you take care, stay blessed, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye.